Welcome back to the channel Autoland 2025. Today, we're taking a ride back in time to explore one of the most iconic and legendary motorcycles ever made, the 1958 Honda Super Cub. This is more than just a bike, it's a story of innovation, reliability, and a machine that helped transform personal transportation across the globe. In 1958, when the Super Cub was first introduced, Honda was still a young company with a dream to create a motorcycle that was simple, affordable, and practical for everyday use. The result was a small, step-through frame machine with a 49cc 4-stroke engine that anyone could ride, from students to shopkeepers to office workers. It was designed with ease of use in mind, so even people who had never touched a motorcycle before could feel comfortable riding it. The Super Cub's design was revolutionary for its time. It had a pressed steel frame instead of a traditional tubular one, giving it both strength and lightness. The step-through style meant you didn't have to swing a leg over the seat like on most bikes, which was especially appealing to riders in everyday clothes. Honda also gave it a semi-automatic gearbox with a centrifugal clutch, so you didn't need to master a hand-operated clutch lever. This meant you could simply click through the gears with your foot, making riding smooth and unintimidating. The goal was clear: to make a motorcycle that felt as easy to ride as a bicycle, but with the power and convenience of a motor. The 1958 Super Cub's engine may have been small at just 49cc, but it was incredibly efficient and reliable. Producing around 4.5 horsepower, it could reach speeds of about 43 miles per hour, more than enough for city commuting and short countryside trips. Its fuel efficiency was one of its most attractive features, capable of delivering over 200 miles per gallon, making it a cost-effective choice for daily travel. This fuel-sipping nature combined with Honda's reputation for durability meant the Super Cub could run for years with only basic maintenance. Many original models from the 1960s are still running today, a testament to their build quality. When Honda first marketed the Super Cub, they took a different approach than most motorcycle manufacturers at the time. In the United States, for example, Honda launched the famous campaign, "You meet the nicest people on a Honda." This changed the public perception of motorcycles from being seen only as loud, rebellious machines to something friendly, approachable, and family-oriented. The Super Cub became a symbol of practicality and respectability, and it's no exaggeration to say it opened the motorcycle market to millions of new riders around the world. By combining clever marketing with a genuinely useful product, Honda achieved something remarkable. The Super Cub became the best-selling motor vehicle in history, with over 100 million units produced across decades. The 1958 model in particular holds a special charm because it represents the very beginning of this long success story. It had a simple yet elegant look, with its rounded leg shield, slim fuel tank hidden under the frame, and wide, comfortable seat. Its large, 17-inch wheels gave it stability on rough roads, while the enclosed chain and protective fenders kept riders clean in bad weather. In many ways, it was perfectly suited for the post-war era when people needed affordable and dependable transportation that could handle both city streets and rural paths. Riding a 1958 Honda Super Cub today is like stepping back in time, yet it still feels surprisingly relevant. The light weight makes it easy to maneuver, and the small engine hums with a steady, reassuring sound. There's a simplicity to it that's almost therapeutic. No complicated electronics, no overwhelming power, just you, the bike, and the open road. It's the kind of machine that invites you to slow down, enjoy the ride, and appreciate the craftsmanship that went into it. And because of its heritage and timeless appeal, original 1958 models have become highly sought after by collectors and enthusiasts. The Super Cub's influence didn't stop in the late 1950s. Over the decades, Honda kept refining and improving the model, but the core concept never changed. Even the latest Super Cub sold today retains the recognizable shape and friendly personality of the original. In many countries, you can still see older Super Cubs being used daily, carrying goods, passengers, or simply taking someone on a leisurely ride. It's a true workhorse with a soul, and few machines in history have earned such a loyal following. When you look at the 1958 Honda Super Cub, you're not just looking at a motorcycle. You're looking at a cultural icon, a tool that empowered millions, and a piece of engineering that proved simple ideas can have the greatest impact. From the streets of Tokyo to the highways of America, From small villages in Southeast Asia to the bustling cities of Europe, the Super Cub became part of everyday life. It bridged the gap between affordability and quality, something that very few vehicles have ever managed to do so perfectly. So, whether you're a motorcycle enthusiast, a vintage collector, or just someone who loves the story of machines that changed the world, the 1958 Honda Super Cub deserves your respect. It wasn't about speed or power, it was about freedom, accessibility, and bringing people closer to the joy of riding. Even today, almost 7 decades later, it still has the power to put a smile on your face and remind you that sometimes, the simplest rides are the most unforgettable. Thanks for joining me here on Autoland 2025, and I'll see you in the next video.